Welcome back. Let's just finish this sleep rabbit hole strong.
We covered sleep debt, REM and deep sleep, short naps, and then how travel wrecks your rhythms.
And we ended with the spicy stuff, bedtime, awakenings, and yes, snoring.
The big theme is that sleep is not negotiable. It's training for the next day.
The sleep debt part. People always think you can bank it like airline miles.
Right, but we don't think you can surplus and stash endless hours for later.
But you can pay some back short-term with extensions like sleep padding.
Think of 2 hours lost nightly adding up, and extra sleep helps recover function, not just quantity.
So my I'll catch up on Sunday plan is basically fantasy budgeting.
Sunday helps, but if you're consistent with deficits, you still drift.
What convinced you sleep debt is real? Like not just vibe-based fatigue?
In athlete studies, when training stays consistent and sleep hours increase, reaction time and performance improve.
So it's not they trained harder, it's actually they slept better and responded better.
Exactly. And we see fatigue drop and judgment lapses improve when we pay back accumulated debt.
That's terrifying because it means your brain keeps receipts.
Yes, and it shows up in reaction time, fatigue, and performance outcomes over weeks.
Then the REM and deep sleep breakdown. Why do you care about stages like that?
Deep sleep is linked with growth hormone pulses and recovery, while REM is associated with learning consolidation.
I love how sleep is hitting save makes it sound like my laptop.
It is. After learning a skill or material, you sleep so the memory consolidates and later retrieval improves.
Okay, but here's my instinct question. Does every nap need REM and deep sleep for it to count?
Not necessarily. Short naps can boost alertness even if they don't reach your full REM quota.
That's why I'm team quick power nap now, instead of panic dozing for 2 hours.
If naps are too long, you risk sleep inertia, groggy, sluggish waking, and it can even harm nighttime sleep.
Sleep inertia is such a rude term for something that makes you miss your life by 10 minutes.
Exactly, so we generally recommend 20 to 30 minutes, with alarms so you don't overshoot.
And the nappuccino, I still can't believe it works better than caffeine alone.
Caffeine kicks in around 15 minutes, then a 20-30-minute nap. If you fall asleep quickly, you wake up sharper.
But the timing matters, right? Like you can't just freestyle and pray.
Correct, if you don't fall asleep within about 5 to 10 minutes, the caffeine dominates and the nap benefit drops.
So essentially it's like syncing 2 clocks, caffeine and drowsiness.
Great analogy, and it helps you push through the afternoon dip for a couple hours.
Let's talk snooze button, because I have an emotional relationship with it.
We don't love it. Repeated snoozing fragments the last part of your night when REM is valuable for memory.
So the snooze doesn't give you more sleep, it gives you more interruptions.
Yes, and waking out of REM can shift you into lighter sleep stages, so you lose the benefit of consolidated REM.
My alarm is basically a villain in this narrative.
It's not evil, it's just timing. Put it where you actually wake up.
I also liked the chronotype angle, like making sleep work with your natural rhythm.
Yes, evening owls versus morning larks exist, and flexibility helps people maximize sleep duration without constant alarms.
I still think people over-mythologize it online, but using it practically is what matters.
Even if you don't label yourself, syncing bedtime and wake time to your real productivity windows changes outcomes.
And school start times. Shocking how late shifts can improve attendance, grades, and mental health.
Exactly, because adolescence delays sleep timing naturally, and early schedules cut sleep short.
Meanwhile, the system acts like tiredness is a personal failing.
It's not. It's biology plus schedule, and then sleep debt stacks.
The travel part was brutal, jet lag as sleep debt with extra steps.
Pre-flight, in-flight, and post-flight planning matters. You can adjust body clock gradually before landing.
The sunlight hack. Start shifting with half-hour earlier wake and earlier bedtime before you even fly.
Yes, and for each time zone, reacclimation takes roughly a day, even if you feel better sooner.
I always feel better on day 1 and then day 2 hits like a truck.
That's the physiological adjustment catching up. Also, hydration helps, and light is the strongest cue.
Sunglasses sound so underrated in jet lag advice.
Because you want to avoid sunlight at the wrong times, apps can tell you what to do based on destination timing.
And the travel sleep kit, eye mask, earplugs, noise canceling, basically investing in sleep armor.
Exactly, and melatonin can help with clock shifting, but athletes should use caution and trusted certifications due to supplement variability.
Love that you said side effects exist before anyone starts treating melatonin like candy.
Grogginess and supplement content issues are real, so it's not a universal take it before every flight solution.
Quick detour. Awakenings. People fear waking up at night, but you said it can be normal.
One bathroom visit and returning to sleep within minutes is normal, especially when transitioning between sleep stages.
So waking up once is not a personal failure report.
Right, the concern is frequency over weeks and inability to function in the daytime.
And culprits include stress, caffeine, alcohol, bed partners, plus sleep apnea.
Sleep apnea is common, often undiagnosed, and snoring is not something to just accept as age.
1 in 4 adults, wild number, and people just shrug at it.
Exactly, and it's manageable but requires primary care discussion and possibly a sleep study.
Okay, final question in my head. What's the rebuttal you hear most when people say they can't sleep?
I don't have enough time, but there are always small wind-down steps. 5 minutes counts.
And the framing shift. Sleep isn't the end of today, it's the beginning of tomorrow.
Yes, tiny adjustments starting tonight can compound into bigger life changes.
Honestly, that's the cleanest takeaway from this whole series.
Give yourself patience to implement changes gradually and prioritize sleep as foundational.
All right, that wraps episode 2. Thank you for riding with us through sleep debt, naps, and jet lag.
And thanks for pushing the messy questions. Those are the ones people actually need answered.
From here, go do one small thing tonight, then sleep like your future self is watching. Welcome back. This is the final episode, so we're sprinting through sleep debt, naps, and travel.
We pulled the thread from tired to reaction time, memory, sleep inertia, and jet lag strategy.
Okay, I want to poke one thing. Do you really think sleep debt accumulates like a financial debt?
I do think there's accumulation, yes, but with an asterisk. People can pay back in the short term.
So you can't just sleep 10 hours once and become a time travel god later, right?
Exactly. No surplus banking that you can safely withdraw months later.
That would have saved my calendar, honestly.
But what we do see is, if you extend sleep for a few days, fatigue and reaction time improve.
Evidence-wise, what convinced you it's not just people feeling better?
I've dedicated my career to sleep extension studies with collegiate athletes. Fatigue drops, reaction time improves.
And you held training consistent, so they weren't just training harder and recovering better?
Yes, the training variables stayed as consistent as possible, because otherwise it muddies causality.
My brain wants to blame training anyway. Better sleep means better muscle performance, then everything follows.
That's a fair push, but the patterns still line up with sleep affecting reaction and fatigue outcomes.
Let's talk REM then, because every time people say REM, someone in the room starts talking like a sleep influencer.
REM is strongly associated with learning, memory consolidation, and skill retention.
I love how you say REM like it's a supporting actor, not the main villain of insomnia.
Deep sleep is also crucial. There's a growth hormone pulse tied to deep sleep for recovery processes.
So the order matters too, right? Deep earlier, REM later, across cycles.
Yes, cycles repeat about every 90 to 120 minutes, and the proportions shift across the night.
That's why when I wake up super early, I get these vivid dreams I can still replay.
You're probably waking from REM, and REM is often most prominent in the early morning.
Which brings muscle memory. People throw that phrase around like it's magic beans.
It's not one thing, it's multiple memory systems, and sleep acts like a save button after learning.
Save button, but for your brain, so no, you can't just close the laptop mid-skill.
Exactly. Sleep helps consolidate so you can retrieve the skill the next day.
Okay, and this is why naps are tactical, not random, like nap now, perform later.
That's where the nappuccino comes in. Caffeine plus a short 20 to 30-minute power nap.
People need a cheat code for alertness that doesn't wreck the day. This is it, right?
The idea is caffeine starts around 15 minutes, you nap 20 to 30, then wake up with both effects.
But if you can't fall asleep within like 10 minutes, the whole combo starts failing.
Yes, then you're basically just caffeinated and not napping. Timing matters.
I used to believe naps don't matter because you only get deep in REM after forever.
A lot of people think that, but even lighter sleep stages can improve alertness without that groggy wake-up faceplant.
Wake-up faceplant sounds like a real medical term, by the way.
It's not, but sleep inertia definitely is. Long naps can make you sluggish and harm nighttime sleep.
So what's the max nap length you actually want listeners to follow?
Keep it around 30 minutes, set an alarm, and assume you might need 5 to 10 minutes to fall asleep.
And the snooze button? Because people love it like it's emotional support.
I'm not a fan. Snooze interrupts consolidated REM in the early morning if you do it repeatedly.
The snooze is basically choose your own fragmentation.
Better approach. Wake at your alarm time, or at most snooze once, so you preserve more consolidated sleep.
That resonated because I'd rather lose zero productivity than steal REM time from myself.
And you can align with chronotypes too. Some people genuinely feel better as evening owls.
But is that real, or am I just rationalizing being nocturnal?
Chronotypes are real tendencies, morning larks, night owls, and people in the middle. Then you design your schedule around it.
Which is why your no meetings before 11 strategy is actually elegant, not lazy.
It's a cultural flex and a biological win, especially when society forces early schedules.
Speaking of forces, school start times. California moving later this year sounded like a small policy, big effect.
Studies show better attendance, grades, fewer mental health issues, and even fewer car accidents when schools start later for teens.
America really looked at teenagers and said, sleep is optional, like that's a life philosophy.
And adolescence naturally shifts bedtimes later, so cutting sleep creates a deficit that hurts learning and memory.
Parents, what's the first practical thing they should do, not a grand manifesto?
Start early. Routines, sleep environment, and treating sleep as a priority from childhood so it becomes ingrained.
You said you've got an 11-month-old. What's real-life strategy there when sleep is basically chaos?
I'm tired too, so I lean on what's adjustable, environment, wind down, and short power naps when I can.
Power naps as a parent survival tool should be on a t-shirt.
Seriously, because when duration is impossible, you optimize quality with the tools available.
Okay, travel now, because jet lag makes people feel insane before they even notice the pattern.
Travel needs a pre-flight, in-flight, and post-flight plan. People usually do none of that and just improvise suffering.
Panic packing is like a sleep-death ritual.
Yes, packing the night before can cut sleep and amplify jet lag and travel fatigue.
The schedule shift trick, like moving bedtime and wake time by half hours for a couple days, actually works?
It can, plus morning sunlight cues the brain to shift more smoothly when crossing time zones.
And the rule of thumb is about a day per time zone to reacclimate, even if you feel okay day one.
Exactly. Physiologically, you haven't fully adjusted, so day one can still feel rough even when it looks fine.
Hydration and light are the boring answers that somehow save everyone, huh?
They're not boring to your brain. Hydration helps, and light is the strongest circadian signal.
So bring sunglasses if you need to avoid sunlight at the wrong time, and use apps if you're disciplined enough.
Travel sleep kit too, eye mask, earplugs, noise-canceling headphones, and a plan for meals and naps.
Also, caffeine strategically, not as a chaos grenade on the plane.
Right, and sometimes melatonin can help shift an advancing clock, but athletes should use careful, known sources.
Because supplements can be wildly mislabeled, grogginess and all.
Yes, there can be side effects and variable dosing, so athletes often rely on certified options.
I love that you keep grounding this in practical athlete decisions, like not scheduling the biggest meeting right on day one.
Your body clock needs time to readjust, and acute jet lag can raise injury risk if you go too hard immediately.
Quick gut check. Awakenings are normal, right? People panic when they wake up once.
Yes, one bathroom wake and falling back asleep in 5 to 10 minutes is normal, especially during stage transitions.
But if it's frequent and starts ruining your daytime function, that's when you investigate causes like sleep apnea.
Exactly. Snoring isn't automatically benign, and obstructive sleep apnea is common and treatable.
So the takeaway is, stop treating tired like it's just your personality.
Treat it like data. Small tweaks, consistent priorities, and patience while changes compound.
That's the whole series in one line. Sleep isn't the end of today, it's the beginning of tomorrow.
And if you start tonight with one small adjustment, your future self actually feels it.
All right, this wraps our two-part run on sleep debt, naps, and jet lag.
Thanks for letting us chase the messy questions. Those are the ones people needed.
Do one small thing tonight, then sleep like your future self is watching. Welcome back. This last episode ties sleep debt, naps, and jet lag into one system.
We covered what catching up looks like, why short naps help, and how to travel without wrecking your body clock.
I still can't believe how many people treat sleep like it's optional background music.
Right, and then they wonder why reaction time and judgment feel off the next day.
The sleep debt concept clicked for me, like you can't just save extra hours forever.
Exactly, you can pay back some debt with extension, sleeping more for a window.
But you can't bank a surplus like, I'll just sleep less later, it's fine, right?
People try that mental accounting and their fatigue doesn't respect their spreadsheets.
Fatigue, not a team player. Anyway, you also said benefits show up over weeks.
Yes, reaction time improves, fatigue drops, and performance outcomes follow when training stays consistent.
I had that exact rebuttal, though. What if athletes just train harder when rested?
We hold training constant in the strategy and still see the improvements, so it's not only better workouts.
So you're telling me sleep is the quiet accelerator, not the hype coach.
It's more like the software update that makes the hardware usable again.
And then REM and deep sleep. This is where it got nerdy in the best way.
Deep sleep supports regeneration with growth hormone pulses. REM supports learning and memory consolidation.
REM in the morning explains why I wake up with super vivid dreams sometimes.
Often you're waking out of REM, so recall feels unusually vivid and sticky.
I love that you said sticky dreams because yes, they cling to my brain.
The brain doesn't file them neatly, it just broadcasts them on wake-up.
The muscle memory part made me rethink studying and practicing too. Sleep as a save button.
Exactly. Learn then sleep so the new skill or memory moves into long-term storage.
Okay, but how strict is the timing? Like, does it have to be right after learning?
If you want consolidation, the sleep that follows learning matters, plus spacing helps strengthen retrieval later.
And spacing intervals sounds way more painful than binge learning, but apparently it works.
Painful now, easier later when you're trying to perform under pressure.
Let's talk naps, because I'm fully convinced I used to nap wrong.
The sweet spot is short, roughly 20 to 30 minutes, to avoid heavy sleep inertia.
Sleep inertia is when you wake up and feel like your brain is buffering, right?
Yes, like your mind boots in slow motion and regrets existing.
And the nappuccino, coffee first, nap second, this is actually genius.
It works because caffeine kicks in around 15 minutes, and the nap finishes the performance package.
So it's not either or, it's both at once, like a double espresso with benefits.
And you must fall asleep quickly, within about 10 minutes, or the caffeine hits while you're still awake.
I feel like people ignore that part and then blame the universe for their bad nap.
The universe is blameless, the stopwatch is not.
We also went after snooze button culture, and I needed that reality check.
If you snooze repeatedly, you fragment the REM-rich early morning sleep and you wake up mid-cycle.
That's such a brutal way to describe it, waking up mid-cycle like it's a crime scene.
It just changes the sleep stages you get and reduces consolidation value.
So the 25 extra minutes from the snooze aren't extra, they're just the wrong genre of sleep.
Nice framing. And yes, only snooze once if you're going to do it at all.
Also, your chronotype point, people can actually build a schedule that fits their biology.
Evening owls are not lazy. Society often forces them onto earlier wake times without enough compensation.
The school start time shift in California, later starts, higher grades, fewer car accidents. That's wild.
There's evidence supporting it. Better rested students show improved attendance and mental health metrics.
Parents always ask, what do I do practically? And I love that you start with early habits.
Build routines early, teach sleep skills as a priority, and be strategic when life disrupts sleep duration.
And then you pivoted into travel because jet lag is basically sleep debt with luggage.
Exactly. Pre-flight, in-flight, and post-flight strategies reduce circadian disruption and travel fatigue.
Pre-flight. Don't panic pack the night before and cut your sleep to 5 hours.
Panic packing is an underrated sleep assassin.
And the gradual schedule shifting, like moving bedtime wake earlier by half-hour blocks, actually helps.
Sunlight reinforces the body clock shift, and starting adjustments before the flight can reduce the full jet lag.
Then the 1 day per time zone rule of thumb, people hate it, but it's useful.
Even if you feel better day one, physiological adjustment can take longer.
In-flight kit was another favorite. Eye mask, earplugs, noise canceling. Basically, buy comfort.
And hydrate, manage caffeine, use light exposure strategically. Sometimes sunglasses are the move.
Sunglasses as a circadian tool sounds like a hack, but it tracks.
The timing of sunlight matters, and apps can guide when to avoid or seek it depending on destination.
So you're basically scheduling your brain's day planner while you're traveling.
That's the goal. Help your brain acclimate faster so sleep quality and alertness recover.
We also touched melatonin, and I liked that you didn't sell it blindly.
Melatonin can help with clock advancement for some, but athletes need awareness of side effects and supplement variability.
Translation: don't just grab a random bottle and hope your body agrees with marketing.
Yes, quality control matters, and grogginess can be an issue when waking.
The sex and sleep question came up too, and it was refreshingly grounded. Bed is for sleep and sex, not scrolling.
Yes, reinforce the association that bed equals sleep. Phone work in bed weakens that conditioning.
Bed as a bedroom, not an office. Radical.
Small habit change, meaningful signal to the brain.
And injury risk. Undersleeping linked to more fatigue-related injuries in adolescence, plus higher injury risk under 8 hours.
Sleep loss can increase variability in biomechanics. Your body isn't coordinating consistently.
Variability is scary because it means you're not always choosing your best movement patterns.
Exactly. When the pattern is less stable, risk rises.
I also related to the early wake but not on a plane hunger thing. Social jet lag symptoms before you even travel.
Yes, shifting wake times can shift appetite hormones like ghrelin and leptin and alter cravings and energy.
That explains why I feel like my stomach is on a different schedule than my brain.
It's not just mood, it's physiology responding to sleep timing and duration.
Last big thing, awakenings at night are normal, but frequent ones that disrupt daytime functioning are the red flag.
Correct. Sometimes it's bathroom trips, stage transitions, stress, alcohol, caffeine, or bed partner factors.
So if someone's snoring loudly, we shouldn't just shrug it off as getting older.
Snoring can indicate obstructive sleep apnea, common, often underdiagnosed, and very treatable.
The final message I'm taking is, sleep isn't the end of today, it's the beginning of tomorrow.
And if you start tonight with one small adjustment, your future self will feel it.
All right, this wraps our 2-part run, and I'm legitimately fired up to be nicer to my alarm settings.
Do one small thing tonight, then sleep like your future self is watching.
Thanks for hanging with us through the messy questions. Those were the important ones.
Keep the tweaks small, keep the consistency real, and let sleep compound.
Welcome back. Our final sprint was literally about sleep mechanics.
We covered sleep debt, why short naps work, and how jet lag becomes predictable.
And I'm still laughing because the answer to everything wasn't try harder.
It was recover smarter, which is a very different vibe.
The sleep debt idea, so it's not just a myth, right?
People want it to be a myth because the alternative is admitting we missed sleep.
Exactly, like, I can bank extra later, and you're saying that's the wrong mental model.
You can pay back some loss with extension, but surplus banking doesn't work the way people hope.
Wait, so if I sleep in on Saturday, I can't fully erase Thursday's damage?
You can reduce the deficit, but the body changes you feel. Reaction time, fatigue, often needs time.
That's why athletes basically run these sleep patches before big days.
Yes, and we also keep training consistent so we can isolate what sleep is doing.
I love that you said, hold training consistent, because everything in life is never consistent.
True, but in studies you control variables, otherwise you get nonsense conclusions.
So what's the mechanism, like deep sleep and REM are doing specific jobs?
Deep sleep is tied to muscle recovery processes, and REM is tied to learning and memory consolidation.
REM is where my vivid dreams come from, and I swear they always happen when I wake up early.
That matches what we see. REM increases in the later morning and can be the sleep stage you wake from.
I woke up like 5 o'clock a.m. and my brain was acting like it just watched a Netflix episode.
Dreams are dramatic, but the real point is they correlate with sleep stage timing.
Okay, but muscle memory, people use that phrase for everything in sports.
Muscle memory is real, but it relies on brain memory consolidation too, not just practice repetition.
So my "I trained hard" speech is missing the nap chapter.
Exactly. Sleep is like hitting the save button after learning so you can retrieve it later.
That analogy is so good I want it on a t-shirt.
Please do, but make sure it says sleep is saving your future self.
Now the nappuccino, whatever you call it, the timing sounds like a hack.
It's a caffeine plus 20 to 30-minute power nap, timed so both kick in together.
So basically, caffeine takes about 15 minutes and you try to fall asleep quickly.
Within about 5 to 10 minutes, yes, otherwise you're just adding jitter without the nap benefit.
I used to think naps were useless because you don't get deep or REM in 15 minutes.
You don't need only deep REM to benefit. Lighter stages can still support alertness and performance.
But if you oversleep, you get sleep inertia and become a human potato.
Right. Longer naps can wake you from deeper stages and make you groggy, plus it can harm nighttime sleep.
What's your hard cap on naps, like maximum length?
30 minutes is the sweet spot. Set an alarm if you need to.
Alarm is so rude, but okay, 30 minutes and then I'm back in the arena.
Also, don't snooze like it's a hobby.
My snooze button is basically a motivational liar.
If you wake repeatedly during REM-rich morning hours, you cut the consolidation time and disturb sleep stages.
So one snooze is fine, multiple snoozes are just stage roulette.
Exactly. And stage roulette is not a great strategy for memory and learning.
Chronotypes, though, my whole "I'm an evening owl" thing might actually be real.
There's evidence people naturally lean morning or evening, and you can work with that instead of fighting it.
That's why I shifted my life so nothing starts before 11 o'clock, pure survival.
It's a great example of aligning your schedule to your biology, rather than forcing the mismatch.
And school schedules basically do the opposite to kids.
Teens shift toward later sleep naturally, and early school start times create chronic sleep restriction.
That California shift, delaying high school and middle school start times, finally acknowledges it.
Yes, better rested students show higher attendance, improved grades, and fewer mental health issues.
Okay, parents, if you're listening, what's the practical move?
Start early with routines, make sleep a priority, and teach sleep skills before adolescence turns it into a battle.
Also, congratulations on your 11-month-old. How is sleep doing for you?
Transparently tired, but I'm strategic with sleep environment, wind down, and using power naps when I can.
Strategic tired is better than chaotic tired. I respect it.
And maximizing quality matters when duration isn't possible.
Now let's go to my favorite villain, jet lag.
Jet lag improves when you plan pre, during, and post-travel instead of improvising after landing.
Improvising is what I do best, until my body clocks file a complaint.
Pre-flight, don't panic pack the night before because that steals sleep and amplifies jet lag.
You mean my pack at midnight ritual is literally sabotaging me?
It is. Pack early, protect sleep duration as much as you can.
And the body clock adjustment, like shifting by 30 minutes for a day or two, works?
It can help, especially paired with morning sunlight to reinforce the shift.
Sunlight is like the cheat code no one uses.
It's the strongest signal to the brain, yes, and apps can guide light exposure timing.
Hydration on the plane, noise-canceling headphones, eye mask, that whole travel kit thing.
Those tools reduce fragmentation and help you actually sleep when it matters.
Melatonin, are we doing that for athletes?
If someone has used it before without side effects, it may help shifting earlier, but athletes should be cautious about variability and grogginess.
So melatonin is not a magic wand, it's a maybe with consequences.
Exactly, and supplements aren't always strictly regulated in what's inside the bottle.
What's one thing people forget immediately after landing?
Don't schedule your most important effort on day one. Give your body time to acclimate and reduce injury risk.
So stop trying to prove you're fine before your circadian rhythm catches up.
Yes, and then use caffeine or short power naps strategically for alertness dips.
All right, last personal question. Sleep and sex and bed associations. What's your bottom line?
Bed should be for sleep and sex. Avoid training your brain to be awake in bed through work or screens.
So my laptop in bed era is officially banned by science and by you.
The bed is not an office, it's a recovery zone.
And the broad takeaway I'm keeping, One small adjustment tonight, not a whole life overhaul.
Right. Small changes compound, and consistency matters more than perfection.
All right, future me is watching my alarm settings tonight, and future me is getting the good stuff.
Sleep isn't the end of today. It's the beginning of tomorrow, like you said.
Thanks for riding with us through the messy questions. This two-part run is done.
And thanks for making sleep foundational. Keep the tweaks small and let it compound.
See you in the next series. Now go schedule your recovery like it's training. Welcome back. This is episode 2, the finale drill on sleep science.
We covered sleep debt, why short naps can be powerful, and how jet lag wrecks performance.
Okay, but the sleep debt part, are we really paying it back or just coping?
The concept is you can extend sleep to recover some lost time and improve reaction and fatigue.
But people always want a bank account. Can I surplus it?
I'm firmly not in the surplus and bank camp. You can't really hoard it for later magic.
So it's more like you're repairing the damage with extension while training stays consistent.
Exactly. If everything else is held steady, the improvements track with sleep extension.
That's such an athlete brain sentence. Held steady, like the universe listens.
Well, control matters. Otherwise, you'd be blaming sleep for changes in workouts or recovery.
Speaking of recovery, you kept linking deep sleep and REM to totally different jobs.
Deep sleep relates more to physical recovery signals, while REM supports learning and memory consolidation.
And the timing matters. Deep earlier, REM toward morning, so waking up early isn't just random.
Right. When people recall vivid dreams in the early hours, it's often because they're waking from REM.
Wait, that matches my "why am I dreaming at 5 a.m. trauma recently?"
Your body was basically yelling, "I'm doing the REM work now," and you caught it.
I didn't consent to being employed by my own sleep cycles.
Consent is optional. The biology is scheduled anyway.
Okay, now Nappuccino, that combo sounds illegal, but in a good way.
It's caffeine plus a 20 to 30-minute power nap, timed so you wake up alert after both kick in.
But people mess up and fall into a 2-hour nap graveyard.
Exactly why we stress short naps. If you get dragged into deeper stages, you wake with sleep inertia.
Sleep inertia is the feeling of being a malfunctioning robot for 45 minutes, right?
Yes, and it can even make your night sleep worse if the nap steals the wrong sleep stage.
So maximum nap length is basically 30 minutes, alarm on, don't be a hero.
Power naps are for performance boosts, not for rescheduling your whole life.
I love the snooze button take, though. Only snooze once? That feels morally uncomfortable.
The point is that snoozing repeatedly fragments your morning sleep and interrupts consolidation-heavy REM.
My alarm thinks it's a DJ set, just one more track, bro.
But if you cut the REM period short, you reduce the benefits you'd get from that final window of the night.
And it explains why just 5 more minutes can actually feel like you lost more than 5.
Exactly. Time isn't just time, it's sleep stage transitions and where you wake from.
Let's hit jet lag because travel sleep is always chaos. Planes, meetings, the whole clown car.
The key is planning pre, during, and post-travel so you can minimize jet lag and fatigue.
Pre-flight planning sounds nice, but I'm always panic packing and pretending I'm organized.
Panic packing cuts sleep duration, and then your baseline is already low before the flight begins.
And sunlight is the cheat code. Shift the body clock before you even cross time zones.
Yes, small advances of bedtime and wake time, plus morning light, can reduce the total shift needed.
So the sun is the manager, and we're just employees trying to follow the schedule.
Pretty much, and sunglasses can also help you avoid light at the wrong times when appropriate.
I liked the rule of thumb too, 1 day per time zone crossed to fully reacclimate.
Even if you feel better earlier, physiologically, you often haven't adjusted completely yet.
That's why landing day should be recovery day, not schedule your hardest meeting day.
Athletes especially, max exercise too soon increases injury risk during that acute adaptation period.
And caffeine plus a strategic power nap can cover those alertness dips when you're in the new zone.
Right. Use it like a tool for lulls, not like a lifestyle.
One thing I keep thinking, sleep is foundational, but people still treat it like negotiable maintenance.
If you want better performance tomorrow, you prepare tonight. Sleep sets the stage for everything after.
Final takeaway for me, small adjustments tonight, not a whole life overhaul tomorrow morning.
Consistency compounds. one change at a time until your baseline improves.
All right, future me is watching alarm settings tonight, and future me is getting the good stuff.
Sleep isn't the end of today, it's the beginning of tomorrow.
Thanks for riding with us. This 2-part sleep series is done. Now go schedule recovery like training.
See you in the next series. Keep the tweaks small and let them compound.